Yo, so I'm live, guys. So I want to talk about Neville Goddard's teachings, and one of his teachings is that you're already successful, even though in this reality or your current situation, you might not be, you might not be successful as far as having all the money that you want, or that career that you want, or that nice home, or that nice car, but you're already successful within. Reason being because we live in parallel universes. In another universe, you are successful. So whatever you desire, whatever you deem as being successful, but it's not showing in the outer world here in this realm or in this 3D uh, dimension, it is showing in a parallel universe. So in that parallel universe, there's another you, another version of you living successful. So yeah, if you want to be the richest man in the world in that parallel universe, you are the richest man in the world. You have all the money that you can ever want. You are very successful. So it's already in you. You just have to go within and embody that frequency. Once you embody that frequency, it will show in the outer world. So if you having issues trying to embody your the successful version of yourself, there are, a lot of things you can do. And Neville Goddard, he has a lot of techniques you can do to embody that successful side of you. But the thing is, he says there are many possibilities in, in the ether, which is consciousness. The ether is our consciousness. So within the consciousness, there are many possibilities of how that shows how you are successful. Because, like I said, it's a parallel universe of us. There's also many versions of us. Many versions of us is in that parallel universe. So if you have one version where you are very rich, it's there. Or if you are a successful artist, like a painter, that version is within you. Or if you are a successful um, basketball player or whatever, that version is within us. You just have to tap into it. And the way you tap into it is you imagine yourself being successful. So whatever you deem as being successful, you imagine yourself being successful. And you got to do that every day. You have to ignore your reality that you're living right now. And you got to start living you have to start living what you feel inside. So within you, whatever you deem is successful, and if you feel good being that successful side of yourself, whatever you deem as successful, if you feel good, you need to be happy all the time. You need to, just be wherever you go, just be smiling you know, and imagine yourself being that successful businessman or that successful artist or successful basketball player or whatever. whatever you're trying to achieve in your life as far as success, you have to feel that feeling, and you have to embody that every day until it's a habit. And then after that, the subconscious mind, once you impregnate the subconscious mind has to put it out in the outer world because that's its job. That's the law. That's how everything was created, especially within you. The subconscious mind was created to bring whatever you're thinking into fruition. The reason why you're living right now in the situation you're in right now and you're not successful is because you embodied that feeling or that thought, which was really programmed within you. So throughout your life, you have been thinking those thoughts, and now it produced out into the outer world. So what's in the outer world right now is really the past. You're living in the past, really. So if you're thinking inside of you, if you're thinking, well, I said thinking inside of you. So if your thoughts, whatever your thoughts is right now, is really the future, but you're not going to experience the future because you keep living the past over and over and over because those thoughts that you had before is a dominant thought, and now it's just producing, all over and over and over again. Just it's like it's rewinding. It, it just keeps playing the same thing over and over, like a broken record. The record is broken and it keeps playing the same thing over and over and over, not going to the next song or whatever. That means it's on a loop. So what you experience every day, so like let's say for instance you go into this job that you don't like every day. So since you say I don't like this job, you're going to keep experiencing that what you don't like because it's a dominant thought. So now you keep going every day doing the same thing over and over, going to that same job you don't like because that's your thoughts. You don't like going to that job. So now it's out in the outer world. So you're going to experience in the outer world. So whatever command you send to the subconscious mind, it's gonna you're gonna experience it in the outer world. The subconscious mind is stronger than the conscious mind, but the conscious mind is creative. But if you keep thinking that creative thought over and over again, then the subconscious mind gonna say, okay, that's a command, and now I'm gonna go ahead and bring that into fruition. So that's why Neville Goddard said you got to keep that thought in your mind every time when you go to sleep. Because when you go to sleep, or when you're going to sleep, and you're going into an alpha state when you're going to sleep, when you get sleepy, you're like, oh man, I'm so sleepy. You're going into an alpha state. So once you go in that alpha state, the subconscious mind, that's open the door to the subconscious mind. So now you can put out a command or put out an image of how you want your life to be or how you want your reality to be. And now it's going to listen to that command, but for it to produce it out in the outer world, it has to be a dominant thought. So, okay, here's an example of something that a person probably did and it came about, but then the subconscious mind went back to what it's used to. Let's say a person that wins the lottery wins $100 million. I'm gonna say win $50 million. So how did that person win $50 million if that person never had $50 million ever in their life? What they did was impregnate their mind or their subconscious mind of having that much money, even though they probably never had $1 million in their life or whatever, but they was able to win that money. But the thing is, that thought was only a temporary thought because they had a strong feeling of bringing that into existence. Once that come to existence, they're not familiar with having all that money, and now they starting to worry and they start to think, what am I what I'm gonna do with all this money? And they're just gonna go by what people tell them to do or whatever, and that's spend the money. And also the reason why you're gonna spend the money, the subconscious mind is not used to having all that money. They're not used to that type of environment, so they're gonna find ways to get rid of it and go back to the original environment that the subconscious mind was in or familiar with, was being broke or barely surviving or living middle, as a middle class. So that's why you need to constantly, constantly think about yourself being successful, and you do that for 60 to 90 days, and at that time, as soon as that happens, by I say 90 days, that's when the subconscious mind is going to be used to it. They're going to be used to that image that you're putting out there. So not only when you go to sleep, also when you wake up, you need to have that image in your mind, thinking about that, experiencing it, feeling it. And the other thing you need to do throughout the day is act like you're already successful. So if you are a successful basketball player, go play basketball, shoot the ball, and act like you are in the game. Act like you know what I'm saying? Uh, Michael Jordan said what he did was as soon as it started happening in his outer world, because he impregnated his subconscious mind. So, man, where I'm supposed to be going? So that's what you need to do to connect with the successful side of yourself. We're all successful. We weren't put on this earth to do what we're doing, work for somebody, or just barely make it in life. Always uh, in situations that are not good for us. You know what I'm saying? We're put here to be successful. So connect with your successful self every day before you go to bed and every day when you wake up. Connect with yourself. Well, nobody never came in here. I just wanted to get on here and share my thoughts with you guys about Neville Goddard's teaching on you already being successful. I hope you guys resonate with it. Hey, everybody that's in here, hit that like button right now. And people that's watching after I finish this, people that's watching this later on, hit that like button for me. Let's get more people in here. We need people to hear this because we got people don't understand that they already successful in life, and they don't understand that what they see in the outer world is not what they really are. It's not their real reality. Their real reality is within. But if they want to see it on the outer world, they have to do the work. They have to think like that. They have to feel like that 24/7. They have to embody that feeling, embody that frequency. They have to ignore what's going on in their current situation, in their current reality, and imagine themselves being very successful, whatever they want to do in life. Imagine that every day. That's what I do. I imagine it every day. Even though my current situation right now is not what I really want, I'm still imagining myself being very successful on YouTube. I imagine myself having a very successful clothing company, a very successful uh, electronic company. Digital product company, because I sell digital products. So I embody that every day, and I know sooner or later I'm going to see it on the outer world. This is just a stepping stone where I'm at now. This is not my real reality. It's just a stepping stone. And you got to think like that, guys. Whatever you're experiencing right now is whatever you don't want it. What you experience right now is not what you want. Just know it's just a stepping stone to what you really want, to what you already have, which is within you. This is the past. The future is what you're thinking right now, and you got to stop living in the past. Because what you're doing every day, if it's not what you're doing every day, if it's not what you want, you're living in the past. Those are past thoughts that you are constantly experiencing on a daily basis. They say that 80% of I'd say 95% of our thoughts are the same thoughts we thought about the day before. We got to change that. It's only 5% new thoughts. And those new thoughts, it might be one little thing you might experience that day that's new. That's a new thought. But everything else that you're doing constantly over and over, that's the same thought over and over. We need to do different things. So that's it, guys. Phone call coming in. Hope you guys got some value out this live. I'm trying to get on here every day. I'm doing vlogmas where I get on here live every day, make a video every day. So I appreciate even one person that was in here. I appreciate you. Thank you. And until next time, peace. Get woke. Keep manifesting.